Day 97, New River Gorge National Park. So the day started off with scraping ice off the car. It was the first cold snap of the season. Well, figures it was already beginning of November, and I was wondering when that was going to happen. But I managed just fine with thermal underwear and 2 sleeping bags. But it was still very nice to get into the Cracker Barrel and defrost myself sitting by the fireplace. So the day was supposed to be dedicated to the nation's newest national park, New River Gorge National Park. And I set out in the direction of West Virginia. And oh my God, what a surprise! West Virginia was freaking beautiful. I mean, you drive on the interstate and it easily rivals any of the famous scenic drives that people rave about. The mountains and the forests and the fall colors and the tunnels. It was just beautiful. So New River Gorge National Park is actually a few places that have been designated as a national park, but they're not connected to each other. They're not contiguous. So the first park that I visited was something called Sandstone Falls, which is a series of, I wouldn't even say waterfalls, but like whitewater low cascades on the New River. And of course, it was beautiful and very, very much worth the visit. And then you also, to get there and to get back to the interstate, you drive through a very cute, quaint little town of Barksdale. And the next stop in the park was something called Grandview. And oh my God, was it grand, and what a view. I just felt bad that I wasn't there a week earlier when the colors of the leaves were at their absolute peak, because then it would have been many, many times more beautiful. But even when I was there, it was freaking amazing. And then the last stop in the park is the famous New River Gorge Bridge, which is actually the longest arch bridge in the Western Hemisphere, and up until recently in the world. And it was very funny because in the visitors center, they have these signposts showing distance to other national parks. And it was hilarious as I'm walking around them seeing been there, done that, been there, done that, been there, done that, made me feel like such a seasoned traveler. And when you set out on the steps to the viewing platform to see the bridge, there is this sign that reminds you that there are 176 steps. And while going down is an option, going up is not a choice. You're gonna need to do it, so you better be in good shape. So that was my visit to the New River Gorge. And then to get to my next destination, which was in the state of Virginia, I decided not to go through the interstate, and I drove real rural country roads. And oh my God, was that beautiful. And it was like I could have stayed on that road for hours and hours. It was just windy through the leaves and the little villages, small towns. It was just unfreaking believably beautiful. So again, I'm gonna stop talking and let you enjoy some of the beautiful views of the New River Gorge National Park in West Virginia.